because nowadays it ain't no loyalty. Everybody crossing each other, and that's why we got the snitching and shit going on because ain't nobody got no love for one another. So where is that gonna leave loyalty? You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make a project that bring the heart back into this and show all sides of this street shit. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. So the Heart of the Block is the project. What are some of the songs on Heart of the Block?
Uh, Everything slapping. But you got Comptown, which is the intro. Then you got it goes into Ain't a Damn Thing Funny, where you got Go Get a Chris featured. Then it goes into Fucking Up the City, which is one of my favorites on there. That's one of the ones I sent you. You got to check it out, man. I want them
That's
to
right.
check it out.
And
Yeah.
for all the listeners, you can catch this music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Alexas, and YouTube. The Heart of the Block. We got KG3 in the house, my nephew. We appreciate you guys joining us today. Once again, this is not a glorification. This is an education. You can find lies all in the hood, but you came here for the truth. Before there
Yeah,
was guns, we had fair ones. So
for real.
man up.
Man up.
There
Yeah,
it
and I
is there.
also want to say too, the whole project was produced by Ink Dead Ink. You know what I'm saying? He a coming up producer. He got some stuff as well on some other things we got coming as far as the movie soundtrack and different things. So yeah, look out for him too.
So you got two singles on the new up and coming project called Bosco, soon
Yeah.
to drop this year,
Hmm.
2023. The movie Bosco.
Yeah.
What you think about the tracks? Was those the right two tracks for that movie, or did you see anything different that you should have done, or you think that was the right thing?
Uh, I feel it was the right thing. Like I trust Bosco with his judgment. You know what I
Uh
mean?
huh.
He see things on a different level, so he might see things in ways we don't see it. So I trust his judgment. So I feel it was the right tracks. I feel like the fans gonna love it.
Yeah, because I mean anything that's reflective of that 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 core that we come from down there in Compton,
Yeah,
known as the block. I think anything that come close to that is going to be something powerful, explosive, and the
exactly,
magnitude is going to be gigantic.
exactly. You know
The
what I mean?
magnitude is going to
It's,
be gigantic.
it's bringing
So let's
light
get
into
into it. Growing up on Spring, what impact did that have on you? Because you saw all of us all
it.
around. Let's talk about that a little
Exactly.
bit.
Oh man, that impacted me in a major way. I wanted to do it major like I seen y'all doing it. You know what I mean? So, all that the flashy what I'm saying, game making, all that. I seen that coming up, but as well seen the bad sides of it, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, man, it just had me intrigued as a young and watching y'all do y'all thing and coming up and you know what I mean, made me want to get like y'all.
Uh-huh.
So,
That's
it,
good. I
it
mean,
impacted me
because
a lot.
I we grew up in two households. There was the
Hmm.
Collins Flynn's and the Gibson household, and there was other
Exactly.
households around like the Kitchens, the Marfos, the Carters,
Hmm.
uh, and just other households. The Hernandezes right across the street. Of course,
Hmm.
we pretty much lived and then there was Charles Dixon, who was a great artist, sculptor,
Yeah.
that did amazing things. But there was just the
And
musical part
R.I.P.
of it.
Mr. Gibson too. R.I.P. Mr.
Yes,
Gibson and
yes, yes,
R.I.P. Big Rock too. Rock Collins, man.
yeah. I was coming to rock. Roscoe, Roscoe is his grandfather, and we call him Rock. Um, that impact he had on us musically, because we can go over there. We had guitars, we had congas, we had drums,
Hmm.
we had bass guitar, lead guitar. There was horn. There was just an assortment of instruments there, and then he had soundtracks. He had the reel to reels. He had the best. I just major music. So we was motivated to become just inspired by the music that was around us and the culture that he had created for us in that space. We had all the I mean, what's that? Asteroids and space dude and
Yeah,
Pac-Man.
yeah.
So
He
we
had
didn't really have to
everything.
go nowhere. We was right there. But when you think about that, what did that mean for you during your time?
Oh man, that's the foundation of my whole music background, man. That's what started me off. Like, I grew up in a music household from, my mom singing, you know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
I was always around music, even every morning her singing all her songs and all of that inspired me to, just start go writing in the room and all of that. So I always been around it, the whole family.
Absolutely. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by the lack of meaning and purpose. And I could say
hmm
we all had a purpose during that time because that's what my dad, that's what Roscoe, that's what Leona, that was my mother, Miss Gibson, and other
hmm
parents that was right there. That's what they taught us to be,
Yeah.
just have a meaning and be on purpose, And so, what was one of your first rap songs did you write? What inspired you to write that song?
I ain't gonna even lie, man. The first rap song I wrote, it was me and my cousin Lewis. I can't even remember it because when we went in and rapped, my grandpa was like, "Oh, y'all talking some bullshit. Y'all gotta go, rewrite that, man. Come talk about something." So I can't even remember the first one because he wasn't going for it. He said, "Oh man," so But yeah, no, I got some experiences, man. I've been doing it for a minute, man. So got good and bad.
So, tell the audience for those who listen, what did the KG Street mean?
King Girchy 3.
Girchy 3. He's a Girchy,
Yeah,
y'all. So y'all
yeah,
know Big Girch.
yeah,
Yeah, so this is Girchy 3.
yeah,
What
exactly.
impact did Girchy have on you growing up?
Oh, big
Watching your
impact,
uncle doing everything he
man.
did and all the amazing things that he had come in his life, and he shared them. He didn't mind sharing them. That's one thing I
I
can say
mean,
about it. He shared everything.
I followed in his footsteps. As if you grow to learn him, and you grow to learn me. Like everybody say I'm just like him, I sound like him, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like I was watching him a lot. He played a father figure in my life. So of course that was a big impact. You know what I'm saying? He's still in my life. You know what I'm saying? Guiding me, giving me direction, and showing me the way. You know what I'm saying, in different ways. So yeah, that's for sure a big impact in my life. You know what I mean? Shout out to G1.
Yeah, start and because last time when I called you, I got to look at the phone and make sure I called you instead of him because the voices are so close.
Yeah.
It just I was like, wait a minute, is this Gert?
Nah, for real.
Yeah. The Santana thing, right? That's also was a part of the culture. And
Yeah.
how did you take that and use it as a backdrop for your music? Because there was a lot of things that happened in that circle of information. And were you able to pull from that and write music?
I mean, yeah, everybody pull from their life, So, well, I don't know about everybody, but yeah, of course, some things is gonna be pulled. Uh, but with my music, you're gonna really hear the growth in my life, like where I came from and where I'm coming from now. You know what I mean? You can always hear the growth, rather than just hear the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You go hear the growth of the story. I always got a message with it. So, um, running with my crew, you know what I'm saying, from Turtle, Axel to Block Boy to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people who I ran with, you know what I'm saying. Uh, of course, that impacted the whole way that I bring my music and stuff. And yeah, I ain't gonna tell the full story, you know what I'm saying, or the full tales, but you know what I'm saying, I might speak on situations or whatever, but you know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? It's more to uplift it, you know what I'm saying, than to bring shit down. It's more uplifting.
I
Cause I'm
loved it
trying.
that time when you jumped on that beat, when you jumped on a 0 to 100, that Drake, when you jumped on that, I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
you killed it. You killed it.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
definitely you killed it.
Yeah, I'm just
So
trying to bring the light to the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have people see the talent that come from it because you know what I'm saying. We people know us from being the ones that terrorize the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show them that we could be the ones to impact the city in a different way. You know what I mean? So we
True.
got a lot of talent coming from our section that people ain't recognizing. So this year they're gonna see it.
Yeah, because I remember when all you guys, Axel and Turtle and all you guys was getting in the studio. I
Yeah.
think a lot of times they would wind up at Gino Ball Studio or down there with Big T and Marv Dog Studio. In
Mm-hmm.
Linwood.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if not wind up at the house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, what are you looking forward to in the music? What do you want to go to? What level do you, I mean, because I know everybody has goals and they see things in terms of where they see it, but where do you want to go? What do you hope to go?
At this point, I just want to keep prospering. I just want to keep going. Longevity in this, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? I just want to keep setting up play after play. I don't want to stop. I want to work constantly, be a workaholic with this. You know what I mean? It's a lot to be done.
Were
So
you on
I
the IG Live when I interviewed Billy B?
yeah, yeah. And she
And
was talking about the consistency, and
the
that's what I'm on.
consistency. Right, right, right. And I thought she was definitely gave a great interview. I loved her energy, and I
Yeah,
think
real good.
that if we can get her this way, we can definitely get her on some projects. You know what I mean? Because I think she was for it. You know what I mean? She seemed pretty understanding and fluent. And curious about the music because he's curious about the LA culture, and I don't know
Yeah.
too many people that's not curious about LA culture because it's a different culture. It's very dominant here, very dominant.
Hmm.
Um,
Exactly.
what what are some of the things that you're working on now that you kind of like in the lab? Maybe it's kind of maybe not quite out, but you seeing something grow.
Uh, well, I got the project. Like I said, my producer Ink, he got a project coming, so we working on his project right now, and that's go have various artists on there on that project. Like I said, we got the movie that's in the works.
Of
Then
course.
after, I can't tell too much because we got another movie in the play, so
Uh-huh.
I just want to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Absolutely. I can't wait till the
you
movie
gonna
drop
hear,
because the movie gonna the movie gonna separate a lot of things.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's gonna stand out and it's gonna
It's a good
stand for
feature on that one.
yes. And what's your favorite feature
That
on
was
the
a setup.
soundtrack?
That was a setup, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know. I don't know yet. I want them to, see what we coming with. I don't want to give it out yet.
Right, right,
We'll let them see.
right. Either way, I think it's gonna be phenomenal. Is there anything that you can add in regards to how the hood impacted you and where you at mentally now these days?
Where we at now this day, man, we trying to bring the unity back to this, man. We trying to bring everybody back together with this, man. Like I said, there's so much separation, there's so much envy and all of that going on out here. The heart didn't left it. So that's what the project for, the heart of the block. We bringing the heart back to this. We're gonna push it in a positive way. We're gonna, what I'm saying? We trying to do it up. We trying to do it big this year.
I'm like Nipsey, man. I keep asking this question: Who detached us? Because, and I know you're too
Yeah,
young to understand it, but in the '60s, in the '70s, we were like this, bro. I'm talking about black people were
man.
so together and so on point. Because we had to be facing the oppression, the police brutality, and all the things that we was up against.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just it was just major back then. You know what I mean? And to see it this day, I don't think the youngins fully understand what it took for us to get to this point. You know what I mean? And then to see them, and I understand where they got it from. You know what I mean? Because we guilty. We did some things that we shouldn't have been doing. And it evolved and morphed over to the young generation, and now they taking up some old beefs that they had nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you managed to steer clear of that stuff? Or I know because I know you don't indulge in it. You consistent with your music, but I'm
Yeah,
proud
yeah,
that I'm proud to know that that's where you at.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, at this point in life, I see my vision. I see where I want to go. That's where
Uh-huh.
I'm headed. You know what I mean? So,
So any other inspiring artists that you know that what could you give them as far as encouragement on some of their projects? Because I know
uh,
you rap with different people and different people come around you
yeah.
and want to be a part of the movement. What encouragement do you give them?
Just stay consistent with it. Just stay consistent. Consistency gets you to the end of the finish line. No matter how fast you're going with it, just keep on running your marathon, like Nip say. Like get
Uh-huh.
to the end. As long as you finish the race, that's all that matters.
What was your thoughts on Nips?
Oh man, legend, legend.
If you had to pick a couple of rappers, who had the most impact on you as far as what your style of hip hop is?
um, I say I'm like more the rappers that's on motivational type speaking. Nip, Pop, J. Cole. Uh, rappers that talk about something.
Okay, man, I
Yeah,
love J. Cole. You know
yeah.
what? I'm into Benny the Butcher too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He nice too on everything.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
nice
Benny the
too. Yeah.
Butcher. Butcher coming.
For real.
Yeah, yeah. What are some of the things that, as far as some of the music that's out now that you rock to?
uh I rock with a lot of stuff. I don't really listen to too many because I don't be trying to like impact my sound.
Uh-huh.
So I don't try to listen to too many people because I want to keep my vibe going.
Your
But
authenticity.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But one thing I do got something coming with Aubrey Joseph. He dope. He dope. That's who
Yeah, Aubrey is dope.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He dope. So it's a couple people. I'm listening to like people I'm around really.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, is there any other young homies that you co-write with, rap with, or anything
Yeah,
produce with?
we got Fully Andre on the LP. That's one of the young homies. We got Blue the One on the LP. That's one of the young homies that's coming out. We got YBFAJ on there. We got some people. You know what I mean? We trying to do it.
What's some of the what's some of the producers that you would love to work with?
uh, Really, I don't have no box. Like I'm really not boxed in, so I'm open to work with like long as it's hot. Like I'm open to work with a lot of people. But right now, me and Ink been rocking. Dead
Uh-huh.
Ink. That's like my producer right now. He got a cold sound.
Uh-huh.
hmm
And how long you guys been rocking?
We've been working out this sound for like I say we started like 2 years ago, like really trying to perfect the sound. Um, I got some other people that I deal with also, you know what I mean? But me and Ink been really trying to perfect a certain sound, trying to bring the quality back to the West Coast. So I've been rocking with him lately.
So that means he got them hard bursts of drum beats and bass in it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, yeah.
that, that's cool. I mean, because I rock with that West Coast, and there's some things I like and there's some things I dislike, but it's just something about that hard bass. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get you going,
Mm,
get you going and get motivation.
yeah. So how you was
So
feeling the project?
I'm feeling it. I love it. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
anything that's going to come out of our section or come out from the creative spirit of guys that I know personally, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to definitely support it 100%. I'm going to definitely give it a real serious listen because I think it's important that I be able to have an opinion in it. I think that my opinion is taken seriously. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so therefore I got to be serious at what I'm doing, and
Exactly.
I got to be on point with that. In the next year or two, where you see yourself?
Um, I want to end up stepping behind the scenes with it too. Like I want to get a young hot artist to mold them. Like in the next couple of years, like I plan on stepping behind the scenes too, also, and showing somebody what I know. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, uh, I just plan on growing with this game, longevity with it. Always around it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been. I don't know if you're familiar with the producer Day One.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah, that's one of the guys. I will be. He got something going, so I'm gonna go. He talking about pull up. We're gonna be pulling up, man.
For
So
sure, for sure.
we gonna be pulling up on some cats. I'm talking about musically and hip hop wise, not
Yeah, yeah,
not 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 no shenanigans or nothing like that. Let me clarify that.
yeah. On
Yeah,
everything.
but yeah, I've been talking to him and Derek over there at LD3 Studios over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is there anybody else as far as producer wise that you can think of that's like hot right now that you would like to get with?
I'm not really too. Like I said, I've been in the studio for like the last past year and a half, just locked in. So I'm not really too tapped in what's going on.
Mhm.
So, like I said, if it's hot, I'm just willing to work. Like I'm a fan of music, so if it's hot, I'm killing it.
The longevity of the music, right? Do you feel that it gives you a better, other words, you become more comfortable the longer you in it, or do you think there's always a sense of nervousness when you in
uh,
the music?
it's always a sense of nervousness, but it's on how you reflect on the situation. Like I said, I had this not my first time in this, you know what I mean? So that's what I said. I've been dealing with this for a minute. Uh but I'm not nervous no more. Like, but you know what I mean? But at first, it was always a sense of nervousness. And I might get nervous now, but in a different way. It ain't no nervous like to where it stopped the
No, no, no.
show.
I get you. I get
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, nephew, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you dropping by and sharing your talent and sharing your musical genius with us. And we look forward to hearing everything you produce and put out. And I'm gonna be right there waiting.
All right, yeah. I'm tell them make sure they grab that LP Harder to Block. It's out now.
Where can they follow you at?
They can follow me on Instagram, KG3 off Spring Street _ they can follow me right there, and you can find my music on all platforms.
There it is. There. That's my nephew, KG3,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
platforms, whether it was iTunes, Spotify, Apple, Alexa's, YouTube. You got it.
all of it.
Appreciate you, nephew. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room. How you guys feeling this evening? I've been going, man. You know what? I've been consistently going all week doing the trucking stuff, doing the YouTube stuff, talking to people on the phone. So this it's a lot of work that go into this, especially when you're dealing with different mindsets and different people because they have different opinions about, especially when it comes to Damu and Keyway and how that's structured and how that reacts sometimes, and just how it comes across. And that's why I say you find many lies in the hood, but you can only come here for the truth. And I try to keep everything straight as possible. I keep my history straight, and I deliver it in a way that I think that is meaningful and productive, and where you can pull something from it and utilize it and say, I remember Professor Billy Mail said that, you know what I mean? Because I want to be able to give you proper instruction for performance. That's it. He who failed to plan to fail. All those things, So I just want to say those things to you. And life is never made unbearable by circumstances. It's just not. But it's only by the lack of meaning and purpose. That's just it, and that's just the way that is. I didn't really have a a whole lot to say today, Because actually, I'm really, really super tired. I'm like beat. But I appreciate you guys joining me for this little small time. And remember, you can find many lives in the hood, but you only come here for the truth. Before there was guns, they had fair ones. Man up. I am Professor Melly Mill, Marlena Williams. I mean, let's do some questions. Then we'll do that. We'll do that. I don't want to just jump out on y'all and don't let y'all. It's just some questions. You guys got any questions for me before I go? Any questions? Shout out to Devon. Come on. Shout out to Marlena Williams, Michelle. Let's see. Terrell, what's up, Terrell? What's going on, bro? The Blade, we'll come back. I mean, we'll come back strong Friday. Well, possibly Saturday. We'll try to get the ball game. We get Bam. We get the Bodacious. They want to have like a round table discussion about something. They want to talk about the long table. The long table was established back in the early 70s, and a lot of times they took place in the Bob Simmons Red Home, where all the top Crips and even sometimes the Don Moore sat out and discussed it. It was led by Bob Simmons and Rosie Greer, matter of fact. And I think the mayor, Tom Bradley, had something to do with it coming together. So, yeah, but we're going to do our own forum around table, and we're going to talk about uh, how these youngsters, just kind of, I think Bodacious put it in his words, he wanted to put some information out there, on the youngsters, how to deal with the police, just how to deal with them and how to just not be, because a lot of these cats, they be, quite frankly, they be afraid of them, but they be out here doing all this thing, but they afraid of the police. I don't get that part. But anyway, I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman, very tired. Peace and blessings to everybody. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15. Marlena Williams, please go ahead and lock the door because we are gone.